Sometimes the soul screams, but no sound comes out. We remain standing there, trapped in emptiness, asking ourselves whether anyone has been through this before, whether Avicenna would have understood this pain. Then we begin searching not for answers, but for echoes, and within them we find the keys of awakening. Peace be upon you, and welcome back to our channel. The exhaustion you feel is not just tired muscles or lack of sleep, it is something deeper, something that seeps into the marrow of your being like a shadow that follows you wherever you go. Avicenna, the genius who lived 1,000 years ago, understood this secret in a way that still surprises us. He said, when the soul becomes ill, it sickens the body, and when it is healthy, it heals the body. This was not only philosophical speech, but a scientific truth we rediscover today in our laboratories, though he knew it through his deep intuition, that inner sight that perceives beyond symptoms. When you wake up in the morning and life feels heavy, when hours stretch like years, when you lose passion even for what you once loved, your soul is sending you a message. There is an old wound unhealed, a buried pain in the depths of the unconscious, a part of you in need of healing. Yet we tend to ignore these signals, filling our lives with stimulants and distractions so as not to hear the voice of the broken spirit. And here lies the tragedy. Running from pain does not cure it. It deepens and complicates it. Avicenna wrote in his Healing that the soul can suffer illnesses unseen by the naked eye but more harmful to the body than visible diseases. That is what we live today with striking accuracy. Imagine your soul as a map dotted with dark points, each one a wound unhealed, a memory untreated, a fear unfaced, a dream broken without dignity. These dark points emit constant signals to your body, like stations broadcasting on waves your ears cannot hear, but every cell in you receives. Here lies the secret, Avicenna grasped. The body never lies. It is a truthful mirror of the state of the soul. That heaviness in the chest, that tightness without clear medical cause, is your body translating the language of a wounded spirit. Today, we call it chronic fatigue, existential anxiety, mild depression. He called it the hidden disease of the soul, invisible in medical tests yet draining your vitality drop by drop, day after day, like a tree that seems whole outside while its roots rot in silence. Outwardly you work, laugh, talk, but inside something bleeds slowly, whispering in quiet moments that something is wrong, something is missing, some old pain needs attention. Yet we learn to silence these whispers, to bury them beneath layers of busyness and denial, until the whisper becomes a silent scream, and the silent scream turns to chronic fatigue wrapping our lives like fog. The body is the house of the soul, and what disturbs the soul troubles the body. This is how Avicenna wrote in his medical letters. He knew each organ holds emotional memory, that each chronic ache can be a coded message from the soul. Have you noticed how your shoulders stiffen under pressure, how your heart trembles recalling a painful moment, how your appetite fades during emotional crisis? These are not passing effects, but a complex system of communication between psyche and flesh. He would tell his patients, "Tell me your dreams and I will tell you your illness," because he understood dreams open the unconscious where old wounds and buried fears reside. We dismiss dreams as meaningless illusions, but they are messages from within, attempts at self-healing. A dream of falling may reflect lost control. A dream of being chased may echo fears we flee in waking life. A dream of muddy water may show inner confusion. Avicenna taught a simple practice. When pain arises, do not rush to the pill, but pause. Place your hand on the aching part. Close your eyes and ask it, "What are you trying to say?" Do not expect logic, but let images, feelings, memories surface. You may find a headache linked to unresolved stress, stomach pain tied to anxiety about the future, back pain bound to burdens heavier than you can carry. One night in Baghdad, he sat with a young man worn with fatigue though healthy and strong. No physical cause appeared, but in his eyes Avicenna saw a darkness, a rooted sadness. He asked, "When did this fatigue begin?" The man said, "I do not know, as if I was born tired." Slowly he recalled an absent father, a broken mother, a childhood of fear and deprivation. Avicenna told him, "Your spirit carries the memory of that child, and your body translates it into today's weariness. You need not forget the past, but face and understand it. Today, we call this cellular memory, the idea that our bodies carry imprints of old trauma. A child's fear or loneliness does not vanish. It engraves itself in nerves, in muscles, in breathing. Later, in situations that resemble the old pain, the body reacts as though the danger were present. This explains why fatigue strikes without reason, why the heart races in simple meetings, why you feel unease at a raised voice not meant for you. The body remembers even when the mind forgets. Avicenna believed true healing begins when we recognize the link between past and present, memory and body. The aim is not erasing the past, but changing our relation to it, realizing that frightened child still lives within, and offering it the love and safety it once needed. In silence, away from the noise of the world, hear this call from within. You are not only a machine for work and production, nor only a body needing food and rest. You are a soul needing healing, understanding, love, and compassion. Avicenna wrote in Pointers and Reminders, "Who knows himself knows his Lord, and who ignores himself ignores all." Such knowledge comes not from books, but from diving into one's own depths, facing old pain with courage and tenderness. The fatigue you feel is a call to stop, to turn inward, to listen to your spirit saying, "I have carried this pain alone too long. You neglected my true needs until the wounds deepened. Now is the time for healing." Healing is not the removal of symptoms, but the reconnection with your true self. It is to understand your exhaustion is not weakness, but the strength of your soul, striving to mend itself, your pain not punishment, but a message pointing to what needs care. If these words touch your heart, if you feel something within whispering yes, then share this path with others. Join this journey of understanding and healing. Right below, I will listen to my soul's whispers and embrace my pain with kindness. This is not mere phrasing, but an intention, a commitment to begin. Remember, you are not alone. Through history, millions have felt the same, but now you hold the keys, the map, the understanding. The real physician, Avicenna said, is within you, and I only awaken it. He was not only a doctor diagnosing illness, but a guide showing the way to inner healing. He believed nature is the greatest healer, and the wise physician assists it. The first step is honest confrontation, to say clearly, yes, I am in pain, yes, I am weary, yes, there are wounds unhealed. This is courage, not weakness, for you cannot heal what you deny. The second step is deep listening, sitting quietly with hand on heart, breathing slowly, asking, what does my heart need? What does my soul long for? What have I neglected? Answers will rise not from logic, but from silence. You may need rest, forgiveness, expression, connection, joy. The third step is gentle cleansing. Avicenna said true tears wash the soul. Do not fear crying or sadness. These emotions are energies needing release. Write to your inner child, I see you, I hear you, I love you, it was never your fault, you deserve love and safety and joy. Simple words, yet they reprogram the emotional memory. He discovered the heart has its own intelligence, not logical but intuitive. Modern science confirms the heart has tens of thousands of neurons sending signals to the brain, more than it receives, making it not just a pump but a second brain influencing feelings, decisions, perception. Tightness in your chest, that not limiting breath, is the heart's voice saying something is out of tune. Fear binds its rhythm. Sorrow burdens. Avicenna taught conscious heart breathing. Hand on chest, breathe in 4 counts, hold 4, breathe out 8, 10 times, imagining love and compassion flowing in, tension and pain flowing out. Yet the technique matters less than the intention, to ally with your heart, not force it, to honor its needs alongside reason. Choose peace of heart over mere logic. Choose what nourishes your spirit rather than drains it. Each morning, Avicenna placed his hand on his heart and prayed for healing, then took deep breaths, recalling gratitude. Healing is not a sudden miracle, but thousands of small choices. Awareness over neglect, presence over absence, compassion over harshness. He suggested simple daily rituals: 5 minutes of silent morning grounding before the phone, midday pauses of breath and self-reassurance, evening reflections of gratitude and learning, weekly cleansing showers imagining water washing both body and sorrow. Such practices retrain the nervous system, cultivating calm, presence, mercy. Months later, you will notice subtle yet profound change, more energy without extra sleep, calmer reactions to stress, a heart more open, a breath more free. He called this rebirth of the spirit, a release from chains of past pain. Challenges will remain, but you will face them from a place of inner strength and wisdom. You will even feel gratitude for the exhaustion that forced you to seek healing, for it was a teacher. You will see the world anew, savoring the sun's light, the sound of rain, the smile of a child, the taste of warm tea, unchanged things, yet now filled with meaning. True healing, Avicenna taught, is not returning to what you were, but evolving into a wiser, truer self. It is a journey from pain to wisdom, from fear to love, from inner division to unity. On his last night beneath Isfahan stars, he wrote that his patients had taught him more than he taught them, that every wounded soul revealed new truth, that the true healer lives within each person, and we are but humble helpers in this miracle. 1,000 years later, his words still guide, reminding us healing is found not only in clinics but in silence, in daily choices, in how we treat ourselves and our wounds. The exhaustion that led you here was no accident, but a hidden call from your soul to begin discovery and renewal. You are no longer the same. You now know your body as ally. Your pain is message. Your heart holds wisdom beyond reason. Your soul carries the power to heal if given love and patience. Take this knowledge with you each day. Practice the simple rituals. Listen to your heart's whispers. Offer yourself the compassion you offer others. Remember, healing is a journey, not a destination. When you meet others weary with pain, and you will share not with lectures, but with presence, with quiet love, saying, "I see you, I understand, you are not alone." This is Avicenna's true legacy, not only medical books or theories, but a way of honoring the whole human body and soul, mind and heart, pain and hope. Live this legacy in each breath, each step, each kind word, for when you heal yourself, you help heal the world. As Avicenna wrote at the end, love is medicine, wisdom is healing, compassion is miracle, and whoever holds these three holds the keys of paradise. And if these words stirred something in, you know that what we touched here is the doorway to a deeper question we explored in our previous video. Often the soul screams but no sound emerges, and we find ourselves repeating the same old patterns as if a thin thread from childhood keeps pulling us back. Are we truly free, or are we moving under hidden scripts written long ago? Al-Ghazali said, "The heart is a mirror that rusts," and today we ask if some of what we call personality is only that rust. Inside each of us lives a small child who learned early lessons about love, safety, and worth, and those lessons still echo in our adult choices. Healing begins not by running from that child, but by meeting him with mercy, by watching our emotions with awareness and choosing wisdom over reflex. In that video, we walked through brave exercises to notice where a feeling comes from, what it wants to teach, and how to answer with a conscious choice. We traced a path from shock to resistance to surrender to new birth, and we learned how pain can become wisdom and how brokenness can become strength. If your heart is ready to continue from seeking calm to rewriting the inner script, join us there now. We have journeyed through the map of Al-Ghazali, and there we add a living compass for daily life. To move from numbness to full awakening, from old programming to a peaceful soul. Watch the previous video as the next step of this same conversation. If it speaks to you, leave a like, subscribe, and write, "I choose healing," so your intention becomes action and your intention becomes a new beginning.